Alright, so we already talked about how in this shape in number 5 is a pyramid, but there's a way that we can describe it even more specifically, even further. So how else can we describe this pyramid? I think, Donovan, what else can we tell about this pyramid? The base. What kind of base does this pyramid have? A square. True, what is a square? A square is an example of what, though? Do we have square pyramids? No, it would just be a rectangular pyramid, because a square is an example of a rectangle. So on your quiz, if it asks you to name a shape, and all you say is pyramid, and you don't specify what type, if it's a rectangular pyramid or triangular pyramid, you will have points off. You need to state what type of pyramid or what type of prism it is as well. No, you need to have, it can't just say pyramid, it needs to say either, yeah, you could have a triangular pyramid. It could have a triangular base, but you need to give the specific name. Right? So the formula for a pyramid, someone give that to me. SA equals?
1/2 E.
1/2?
No. It's B plus 1/2.
There we go. B plus 1/2 times P times H. You guys agree? Does it look right? Yeah? Are you sure? Somebody else looking. Does everyone have the same thing or anything different? Gabe? Ah, there is a difference. So instead of height, and here we're using L, the slant height. So make sure that you have your formulas all written down correctly, because otherwise you will not be able to calculate it correctly. So the formula is B plus 1/2 P times L. So let's look first for capital B. Well, let's look at, we already said the area of our base. The shape is a square here. So I'm going to draw my base. And we need to find the area, which is just length times width for a square. So we're going to have 10 times 10. So our base is 100 feet squared. P is the perimeter of my base, which is just all the sides added up together. All of our sides are 10 feet, so I'm going to do 4 times 10. So my perimeter is 40 feet. And last, we need L, which is the slant height of our pyramid. Is the slant height given to us here? No, it is not. However, we are given the regular height. So if we draw the slant height on here, the slant height, I don't know if you guys can see, let's see, let's pick a better color. The slant height is the distance from the vertex to the edge of the base. You want to draw a line kind of going to the center of that edge, to the middle of the line. And if we look, this slant height L forms a rectangle, or forms, I'm sorry, a right triangle with the height of the pyramid. And we know that the height is 12 feet. What about the bottom of my right triangle here?
5 feet.
Why would it be 5? Because it's half, right? It's going from the center of the base to the edge. And we know that the distance going across the whole base is 10. So from the center to the edge, it's going to be half, so that has to be 5. So now we have a right triangle where our hypotenuse is the slant height. So what are we going to use to find the slant height? The Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to have 12 squared plus 5 squared equals L squared. L is my long side here.
Sir Olivia Arnett.
Right, thank you. 12 squared is 144, plus 5 squared is 25. If I add those together, I get 169 is equal to L squared. How do we undo a square? With a square root. So if I take the square root of both sides, I get that L is equal to 13 feet. Right? So in any pyramid, if you're not given L, what do you think you're going to need to do to find L? You're always going to be able to use the Pythagorean theorem. So if you need to find L, look for that right triangle. Try and find where you can draw that right triangle and then see what the lengths of the sides are of that right triangle. Questions up to this point so far? How we found L or how we found anything about the base? Alrighty, well we are ready to plug all this into our formula. So I have SA, surface area, equals, for B I'm going to plug in 100 plus 1/2 times our perimeter, which is 40, times our slant height L, which we said was 13. So I want to multiply and then add. So I get 100 plus 1/2 times 40 times 13 is 260. So if I add these together, my final surface area is 360 feet squared. Any questions on number 5? Any of the steps in here? Alrighty, we have one more. Number 6. So go ahead and try number 6 on your own. If you feel stuck, at least I want you to name the shape, write your formula for surface area, and draw a picture of the base. Alright, so what is the name of our solid here? I agree that it's a pyramid. Is the base a triangle? A rectangular pyramid. So all pyramids, the side faces, the lateral faces are triangles, but to name it, we want to look at the base. So we have a rectangular pyramid. The formula for the surface area of any pyramid is capital B plus 1/2 P times L, where B is the area of the base. So I drew my base separately. It is a square with length of 7. So the area of my base is just 7 times 7, which is 49 inches squared. Define the perimeter of my base so that all 4 sides I know are 7. So I just multiplied 7 times 4. My perimeter must be 28 inches. Questions up to this point so far? Alright, you guys feel comfortable with just naming the kind of pyramid? Looking at it and telling what it is? Alright, so last we need to find our slant height L. So how are we going to find our slant height in this picture? What are we going to do? It's given to us, right? It is the distance going from the vertex to the edge of the base or to the side. So our slant height is given to us to be 9 inches here. So all we have to do now is plug this into our formula. So SA equals, for B, put in 49 plus 1/2 times 28 for my perimeter times 9 for my slant height. 1/2 times 28 times 9 gives me 126. So when I add this to 49, I get that my total surface area is 175, and the units are inches squared.